Okay, so here we are all the way onto complex breakpoints. So in this video we'll be looking at, well, basically giving you some definitions of what an AND breakpoint is. Basically a pair of breakpoints, address and data where each event must occur simultaneously before the program is stopped. And secondly, a sequence of breakpoints, which is a collection of breakpoints where each event must occur in a specified order before the program is stopped. So specifically for the sequence, we're going to break only on the exclamation mark in the while loop as opposed to that in the init section as well. And as we go, because we have been using a PIC16F, we'll be limited in terms of what hardware features there are for debugging. So we're going to look and see where we can tell which features are supported for a given tool and device, and also then have a look at which features are supported in the simulator. In the process, we'll also explain what event breakpoints are as an introduction to that concept, and then we will be debugging with the simulator and using the Uart IO window. Finally, we'll set sequence breakpoints. Let's go. So remember from the kit window, when we plugged this in, we got some output and we have the part number of the board we're using. Let's use that. Now we're going to go to the start page and learn and discover, user guides and release notes, and look for hardware tool debug features by device. This takes a little while to load. But we can see that here we can see a range of the different debug tools, and the nano embedded debugger would also be part of that list. And we can see that there are 3 program breakpoints, 1 data breakpoint, and that data breakpoints have both read and write access. But you can see that sequences and tuples, which are the complex breakpoints, are not supported in hardware. Note also that there are a number of other options here: sleep wake break, break on wake from sleep, break on stack over underflow, break on watchdog timeout. So these are event breakpoints, and we'll consider those in the next video. But let's go back and select simulator debug features by device. And here you can see that we have support for tuples and sequence breakpoints, as well as break on wake from sleep, watchdog timeout. And so there is support for both complex as well as some of the event breakpoints. So let's go back to our project, open project properties, and under tool let's select the simulator. So let's start with the sequence breakpoint, because that is actually easier, and carry on with the use case we had in the end of the last video. So we have this exclamation point here, but also here. So how do we set one breakpoint so that we hit just the specific one here? So first of all, we have a line breakpoint, and then secondly we are going to set a breakpoint on tx1 reg. New data breakpoint, write a specific value of 21, which was our exclamation point. Okay, so we can see we hit the printf, and you can see that we break now with 21. But now let's add these to a sequence. So we can right click, complex, add to new sequence, sec1, and now we can add the data breakpoint to sec1, and you can see that they are numbered 0 and 1, and if we reset, you can see that we run, we break when it's 21, we didn't break at the line. And if we go to the data visualizer now to see what was happening there, we won't see anything, because remember we're using the simulator. So we can go into the simulator and under Uart IO options, there's an enable Uart IO which we can check, and we can output this to a window. So we can apply, and now if we start a debug session, you can see we hit again our breakpoint over there, and if we look at the output window, we should see Uart output, and we see hello world init and hello world exclamation point. So that is where we have stopped. Added breakpoints, or tuples, are a pair of breakpoints, data and address, where each event must occur simultaneously before the program is stopped. Example uses are to isolate a specific instance of a read or write to a register when that register may be read or written from multiple program locations. We're not going to demo this now, but in the next video we're going to go on and have a look at event breakpoints.